Hey everybody, Steve here, Slightly Slanted Sleuth. Sorry I've been on hiatus for so long. Sorry, I'm looking at my phone right now. I'm trying to get my live stream up here. Steve here. There we go, I'm live. Hey guys. I just wanted to check in with you and, I don't know, see what's on everybody's mind, see how you guys have been all doing. Hey, what's up, MCF? How are you doing, sweetheart? Yawanawa, what's up, brother? Yawanawa. How are you, buddy? Oh, my pewter's throwing up messages in front of me here. What's up, Deborah? How are you, sweetheart? Glad you guys could come say hi to me. Hang on a second. Yo, I'm on YouTube right now live, so. What's up? No, I shut it off. Why? All right. Okay. Let me do what? Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, so what's up, Max? How are you doing, buddy? Thoth Amun, Aman. Cursing the robot scum. Hey, tell me all about that. You ain't gotta tell me about cursing the robot scum. I've got a community guideline strike. I've got a copyright strike, and it seems ever since I demonetized my channel, this is what happens to you, you know. And I demonetized my channel because people were whining about commercials, and I wasn't getting squat out of it anyway. So, you know, YouTube is a catch-22. What's up, Lisa Dopamine? Hi, fellow renegade, she says. Just watched the Builder Rejected channel video from today about 5G. Yeah, 5G is kind of a quandary, is it not? Did you go on a trip and leave the curling iron plugged in? No, I left the vacuum running because I'm having flood. My basement in a certain spot is flooding right now. I've actually got a sump pump in my backyard running to drain my backyard. And it's been running all day. It's kind of ironic. What's depressing, sweetheart? The 5G thing? Ah, yeah. Okay, now I know. Yeah, buddy. I'm glad you're here, bud. I know. It's just a bizatch. And if anybody is wondering, just read that last message by Thoth Aman. And am I pronouncing that right? You know, put it down in is it Amen or Amun or Aman? One and the same, I believe, guys, is the person, but I won't say nothing. Yup, and Nathaniel. Oh, why? What's up with Nathaniel? Aman. Okay. Thoth I'm on. Yeah, I've got a cold right now. And 2.4, it's way better. The usual. Yeah, I think he's connected more than us, sweetheart. I really do. I think a wizard from an old Conan story, Phoenix on the sword. Yeah. Yeah, I hope I feel better soon. But yeah, guys, I've been working my tuchus off. You know, that's such is the case in a stonemason's life. What's up with the black light? Well, the black light I find is here. Let me move over so you guys can see it. No funny business. It's highlighting the sign, no funny business behind me. See it? Let me move over this way, see if you can see it better. But yeah, our predicament here with the YouTube censorship is quite not peculiar, but quite I don't know, kind of cutting their nose off their face to, because I pay to play here, guys. Okay, I pay a $10 subscription fee to YouTube every month. I pay a $42 subscription fee to Zoom every month for webinar, and I pay $16 a month for the Zoom platform. Period. So that's $70 a month, $62, $67 a month. I think I can't even. I don't know. My brain ain't working. Yeah, no funny business. To see if anybody's been a whacking and a stabbing cabin. Correct. Correct. Right. But yeah, you know, I've missed you guys. I really have, and that's why I figured I'd come on here. And if I don't know, anybody want to come on live with me? I mean, Yawa Nawa, I can put the link up or send you a link via email, or if anybody wants to come on and talk, you know, I'd love to talk to you. You know, just because I haven't discussed any of the what's up, sweetheart? What's up, Angel Fiery Petals? That vision you've seen, post the vision you've seen in the live chat here and see if anybody else can give their 2 cents on that. Angel seen had a vision in a dream recently, and it was to do with 2 pillars with arches on top of them, I think. What's up, Sue? How are you doing, sweetheart? Nice to see you too, honey. I'm sorry I wasn't able to come see you when I went on my trip. I wish I could have. You know, that turned into a I don't know. I had my kid, one of my kids, and I had my wife with me, and she didn't really want to stop anywhere. It was 3 pillars and a double arc. A double arc, what do you mean? I use a phone, man. I don't know if that works or not. Yeah, it works. You can use a phone to come on. Yeah. So does anybody have any big tidbits they want to share, or big revelations they've radiant pure gold? That's what it looked like, huh, Angel? Anybody have any I don't know, nugs, some truth nugs they want to share? Full on double rainbow. Could be both eyes and the third eye, and all rainbow are double rainbows. Yeah, I think that the triple pillars has everything to do with the hero's journey. This is my take on it anyway. You know, because everything in our existence in creation has a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know, that's the loop. And it's in the 3 tiers because that's the 3 tiers of the Sephirotic tree. There's 3 levels of the Sephirotic tree. That's how it's broke down, I believe. The 3 and 4, right? Suji is in the house. Eternal life pillars. Pillars actually unfinished triangle, or like a spark gap from one pole to another electric. Right. In Freemasonry symbolism, I think the 3 pillars are the upright triangle, the upside down triangle, and then when they're together, like Max was saying, it's the third eye, or the you know, the unity, or the equilibrium of both. But yeah, I can go to my email here. Or wait, how do I do this now? God, it's been so long. I gotta go on my, hang on guys, I'm gonna go on my phone here, and I'm gonna go to my email and figure out, and I'll post a link in the on the YouTube live chat. So hang on, bear with me guys. I'm looking it up. By the way, I'm gonna say the prayer, my prayer, or you know, the Emerald Tablet prayer, which is, mighty spirit of light that shines through the cosmos, draw my flame closer in harmony to thee. Lift up my fire from out of the darkness, magnet of fire that is one with thee all. Lift up my soul, thou mighty and potent. Child of the light, turn not away. Draw me in power to melt in thy furnace, one with all things and all things in one, fire of the life strain, and one with the brain. Believe it or not, I have that memorized, and you know, to me, that's just like the Lord's Prayer to a Christian. Okay, here I'm getting the link here, guys. Sorry. All right, here I'm going back to the live stream now. Here we go. Here we go. Here it comes. Here comes the link, guys. There it is. Whoever wants to come on, you're more than welcome. Spartan, where are you at? You're in Wisconsin, right? What's up, buddy? I'm glad you could join. It's been a while since I've done any live streaming. Double arches could be McDonald's. Nice. That is a cool vision. I agree with that, Sue. So, Sue G, what you been up to, sweetheart? Been working hard or hardly working? On the border of Minnesota and Wisconsin. Nice. What's up, Ars guys, today? Glad you could come and join me. Sunset is purple through storm clouds tonight. I notice it. Yes. Drew DeLong, what's up, bud? Thumbs up to you, brother. Yeah, but you know, recently I've been reading a lot of like I always do, the Emerald tablets. I try to read I don't know, half the tablets a day, you know what I'm saying? Free Spirit, Schumann resonance is popping. It's always popping lately. I mean, I've come to realize that all of the, I don't know, the atmospheric pressure, if you will, is actually due to the pressure on the ground, which is our resonance, is it not? Always working hard, 2 jobs, knee replacement surgery pending. Oh, and oh yeah, that trip to Mexico, I wanted to ask you about that. How long were you there? It's going to get worse with the new copyright crap. Yes, I heard that. Yes, I heard about the music channels too. And if anybody's, hey, do you mind, Thoth, if I tell everybody who you are? Or do you not want me to do that? 60,000 feet this storm, insane. 9 days, that would have been nice. I heard you say that there was no chems in the cloud or in the skies there. Was that true? Because I mean, it would be nice to not see chemtrails. Pressure from the system. Yes, the system is very pressurized. None, huh? That would have been awesome. So you seen the sky as what it used to look like? I mean, was the sun white there too? So you don't mind if I tell everybody who you are? If anybody's wondering, you just read his comments, you'll know who he is. The sun was white. I tried to point out, there you go. Oh, one last comment on that. If I could draw, yes, you can, Angel. It would show y'all, it had engraved inscriptions, and I wanted to reach out to it and go beyond it. It was peaceful. Nice. Yeah, she had a vision with 3 pillars, a triple pillar, or 3 pillars, and a 2 arcs. Is that what you said? Is that what was inscribed on it, Angel? There was a halo around the sun this morning, Brandy says. There was actually a halo around the moon last night. They were chemtrailing the moon last night here in Minnesota. I noticed that. And if I'm, it was foreign, like pictograph foreign, or was it like symbolism foreign, or was it like just completely alien foreign? You know what I mean? But what was I talking about? Oh, okay. I wanted to. I wrote something down in regards to the interpretation of a tablet pictograph. Cool. Okay, it was the key of wisdom containing some of the precepts given by Thoth to the barbarians. No, that's not it. Thinking eyes read old days, you could. Jerry Runk's messaging me on the message board on YouTube. Hillary is an alien. Yeah, she is. But, you know, we got to forgive Hillary even, you know, guys. I think that's the whole thing. Alternative reality game organization. Do you believe you can be harmed? They shall take up serpents. And if they drink any deadly thing, it shall not hurt them. They shall lay hands on the sick, and they shall recover. You can sorry, I'm responding to Jerry. I'm telling him that the link's in the chat. Nobody's come on and joined me yet, huh? I don't think so. Nope. Nobody's come on to join me. Everybody's being a wussy. Yeah, I haven't even, I don't know. Can you guys hear it in my voice? How bad my, I'm sure the soul eating beast will forgive her after he has made her his snack time sandwich. I'm forgiving. Yes. Yes, I know you are, ours guys. I thought it was Hebrew. I love trolls too. Trolls just hate to be loved too, don't they? You know, I've been guilty of being a troller once or twice on a live stream or on somebody's channel when I didn't agree with things, but I've kind of turned over a new leaf. I'm hoping. You know, I've got my fingers crossed. You know, I want what won't load? The Zoom link. Do I need to repost it? Here we go. Let me try it again. There, I put a period after it this time. Let's try it. There you go, and I'll try it. What up, Jerry? My brother from another mother. My South Carolinian brother from another mother. How you doing, buddy? In case you're wondering, Jerry, Thoth Aman is our is one of our longtime YouTube friends, if you know what I mean. He got kicked to the curb by YouTube, just like I've been getting kicked in the nuts by YouTube. I'm wanting info in further dreams or visions. Yes, wait a. I've been having reoccurring dreams about a certain someone in my life that I haven't talked to in forever. He was a friend of mine way back when. I think I'm gonna send my drone to Spartan or Pyramid 7. He's been asking me for it, and I'm gonna send it to him. What's up, Brandy? Yeah. I'm glad you guys could join me. Yes, as to the skies and the weather and, you know, all of that stuff, it's quite cray-cray. And it's, you know, it is what it is. I mean, what are we going to do? I think the best thing to do is just try to buck the system and go inward to live outward, you know? Thoth made his first contact with the Dweller through one of the three messengers. He was led before the Dweller in the temple of the place of the great fire. This fire was not the fire of life, but the radiation caused by the junction of the space of the temple with the space of Amenti. And dweller means the dweller is a person that lives in a space or occupies a space. Yeah, I miss my my drone too. I actually I've been contemplating on buying a new one, but to be honest with you, the whole sky thing it's a bit superfluous after a while. I mean, it's just gets to be too much of the same thing over and over again. And I know there's signs in the skies, and I know all of that, but we use these signs, because Nibiru, the word Nibiru actually triggered something in me that I never thought in a million years would lead me to where I'm at today, which is the inward journey of finding solace in my own skin, finding equilibrium, and finding, and I'm not completely there yet. Don't get me wrong. And I'm trying to become one with God, and to me, God is the all, the creator, and I don't care if anybody gets offended that I talk about God, because God is God, and I'm not saying that we all have to think the same way. I'm just saying from my perspective, that's how I see things. And while looking at the sky, maybe be robbing you blind, right? Right. Red old days looking west, you could see the veil through the, yes, right. The Nibiru, to get back to that Nibiru word triggered something in me, just snapped me into what the hell mode, I don't know if that's true for anybody else. But Jerry, if you want to come on and talk, whatever, I got that link there. Max, you're more than welcome. Anybody, Suji, anybody, if you guys want to come on, I like Turtles is here. What's up? So long, in fact, I stopped looking for you. What? You stopped looking for me? Can't stop looking for me, Pete Turtle, because I like Turtles. I like Turtles. I love saying that. I don't know why. Am I purpley enough for your purple club? Am I turtley enough for your turtle club? I love that movie. Master of Disguisey. Turtle, turtle, turtle. But yeah, Nibiru, and I really honestly believe that the planet of the crossing is, we're standing on it. I've said this before. There's something up with our environment. We all know this. I like giant snake gods of destruction. And Thoth Amon there is one of the first to tell me the chaos theory, how everything is chaotic or chaos, and without the chaos we would not have our existence, because without friction you have no conviction, you have no restitution, you have no conglomeration, you have no proliferation without the friction, right? Hey, Steve, and all good people in chat. What's up, Mr. Menza? Plasma strikes, right. I think we are always connected to God. We just don't get what he is saying most of the time. Correct. I agree with that, Max. Totally agree with that. And if anybody's had an epiphany that changed their life or made them make decisions in a certain direction that bettered themselves, or you did an act for somebody that you couldn't quite figure out why you were doing it. Maybe you're just a giving person, but recently it's become like second nature to me, and I want it to become first nature to me, and it's not like I have to push myself to become that. But recently I've been doing a lot of videos of like anomalous shit in the sky, and I just don't feel like I should post it, because it's kind of redundant. We all know it's there. What are we going to do about it? Nothing. Because what is the first thing that we're taught, or that we learn, not taught, that we figure out when we're looking for solace in our creation? It's to look within for them answers, right? So if we're not looking within for them answers, and we're looking at the sky and we're looking at all these outside influences, what is that going to do for us? Are we going to get the true answers to what's ailing us, or what's Oh, we got somebody in his house. Let's see who it is. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. We got the Runky Monkey. Runky Monkey, what's up, my funky monkey? You?
Hey,
How
can
you
you hear
doing,
me?
brother?
Missing talking to you, man.
Same with you, brother. That's why I'm here.
That's
If
me.
you know so. Right. Yeah, South Aman is, I don't know if you're aware, but our buddy got kicked off of YouTube for making his philanderous, outrageous YouTube comments. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I've spoke to him today. Thank
Oh, okay,
God.
cool, cool, cool. You know, I'm glad he found a way to come back. You know, because without that craziness, we would be too calm and collected, I think.
Yeah, I definitely sees the third side of the coin.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. That's for sure.
Well, that green
I'm gonna
grass.
promote you to a panelist. So if you pause for a minute, just chill. All right. But yeah, if anybody else is wanting to come on, there you go. Yes, it would be boring. Yes, it would be. You tag welder. Patience in
Shoot,
all things. Go ahead. What's that? What's that, Jerry?
I miss talking to you, man. I love the way you reach chat and commune with everybody. That's so important. I don't even have to watch chat.
Right. Yeah, I just figure, if they're here for something. They want to get their 2 cents in too, because that's
Two
how I
cents.
am every time I'm on a live chat and
Funny.
I'm skipped over and people don't answer my questions. It pisses me off actually.
Well, it's funny how they taught us about money and register and 2 cents. You know what I mean?
Right, right,
It was all for a reason.
right. Yeah, my blood pressure recently has been off the hook too, and I don't know what the hell that's about because I take blood pressure medication and I need to quit smoking is what it is, I think.
You
But
and
I've
me
been getting
both, brother.
nosebleeds every day. Bad.
Dang, dude. That ain't
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I'm here for perspective. Can't chat on toddler duty. She's MCF is corralling Nathaniel. Nate the Great, never late. That's why he's the fantastic Nate. Yeah, when I first started talking to MCF, I said, "Hey, maybe that's my dad reincarnated because he was Nate the Great, never late."
I
You
think
know?
I think I found that verse. Remember we talked about that a long time ago in a couple of our videos, but I think it's men of old renowned is actually talking about reincarnation.
Man of old renown. Yeah,
Yeah.
yes, I would have to agree with that. I think it actually means a little more than that. It's reincarnated angels that already completed the the epiphany of knowing God, and I think they decide to come back, and I think even they are stripped of their memories, so they can't propagate the message as clearly and as succinctly as they could. You know what I mean? I think that's who they are. There once were giants that walked the earth, or I'm sure there's literal giants too, because obviously there's 10-foot skeletons, 13-foot skeletons around
Yeah,
the
I
earth.
agree. Well, that's the movie Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. You
Yeah,
know, we've just gotten dumber and smaller and lost it in touch with everything.
legal fool tracks to rip off people. What are you guys talking about? Miss and love you all. I miss you, Michelle. They talked about constant nosebleeds in that 5G video. Did they really?
Hmm.
Huh. Crystal
Well, I've been,
MacArthur, what's up? I keep connecting with ibises lately that they even greet me when I leave the house. They are out in my yard chilling, eating. It's so cool. Ibises, where do you live, Crystal? I thought they were Nuggets is here. What's up, Eric? What's up, brother? I'm glad you're here. Do we got any more? Hang on, I got to check my participants thing. But I put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come on. Behind the eye, we see. What's up?
yeah, that was on Discovery
Florida.
Channel.
Crystal lives in what's on Discovery Channel?
About how a cat and things see at night. There's an extra mirror. The way the mirror works back there, it lets more light in. So that really filled in like why they walk by a pillar of fire at night. They had like the vision, like the the cats or You know what I mean? I don't see an infrared. There's a mirror there. It was pretty crazy. It came up on the Discovery, and that
What,
drawed interest.
like a light enhancing mirror? Is that what you mean, or
Yeah, exactly.
like a deer would see in the dark too?
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's why, remember, cross my heart, I hope to die, stick a needle in my eye. Really, in Egyptians, if you look into it, they did stick needles in their eyes and try to hit that mirror and change their retina or how their pupils operate, how that mirror reflects the light. Like, remember how I sent you that picture where the guitar's upside down and it would be bigger. And that's the same way the sun would look bigger.
Right. Recently, the chem clouds have the sun seems to look pretty uniform in size, not shrinking down to that little tiny dot that we were seeing for a while.
And you know what I believe that is? Because remember, we talked about the egg a long time ago, but I did a video with Paula and it was talking about the king over AI and at even tide. And I thought it was talking about like the tides, but really it was talking about the light and the dark when it was changing over. So we're in summertime now, you know what I mean? Done crossed over the bridge. And there were certain times you could see through that looking in. I think it was Orion. I don't remember where. It's a long time ago. Watch that, but you could
I'm
like
gonna
see through.
sorry, Jerry. I'm gonna promote you to panelist now, Eric. Eric's in the house now. Our Nugget's
Oh, really?
on the Zoom. He's zooming. What's up, Eric? What's up, brother?
Hey, what up?
What
Hey,
up? How you
Eric.
been?
I've been just working.
But let's get back to. I want to say something to Crystal real quick. Sorry, Crystal. You know what the ibis represents, right? She says that she has ibises eating in her yard all the time. I'm pretty sure she knows, right? You know what the ibis is? It's the same thing that the baboon represents. Oddly enough, the baboon represents this because it barks at the sun.
Oh, I thought you were going to say showing your
Oh,
ass.
really?
Yeah.
That's where the Aussie bark at the moon came from.
Yes.
I was thinking of baboons, and then they got like no hair over their butt. I thought you were going.
Yes, it is Thoth. It's THOTH, Thoth. Yeah. I have Wi-Fi turned off on my router. Just hardwire it nowadays. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. No doubt. Yeah, we only see a small spectrum of light. This is what Jerry was talking about. Behind the eye, we see is responding. Imagine all the things around us we don't see. That is very true. There is tons and tons of things. Is that what other behind the veil is out of our spectrum? Or do you guys think that's one and the same? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like the dimensions and all that. You think it's just just something that's what they are actually? You know what I mean? I would agree with that. I think
It's more of the full. This is more of the full picture, and we have a limited spectrum of that.
Well, they're afraid to see what's really there. It might not be what all we expected. You know what I mean? There might really be a tree there.
Yahweh Noah, the architect, says not much. I build cameras to see what we don't. We look like trolls in reality. What's up, Daner Gill? I'm glad you could stop by and say hi.
How do you actually build a camera for that? I was kind of curious. I saw people have like cameras before for like seeing the aura or whatever, and I was kind of never really found anything that tells you how to make a camera that does it.
Right, because the camera's tricky. If there's a leaf hanging there, the focus will take off the background. You know what I mean? And
P Turtle chimes in. I think a comment to my God comment was, you can not know God here. You can only feel God, as you are the universe, and the universe is God, apart trying to experience itself through every possibility, maybe. Yes, in a way, until you become one with God, right?
Well, that's why I say we're in the image, and this is why Pink Floyd sung "Welcome to the Machine."
Spartan's talking about woodpeckers, and his wife's telling him to get rid of them. Go ahead, Jerry. What were you saying?
No, I don't remember.
Sorry, bud.
It's all right. No, that's why he sung "Welcome to the Machine." We're in the image. We're in it. That "Welcome to the Machine."
There is a third person here, and he doesn't have his video activated, so you're not seeing him. This is Eric R. Nuggets.
Max says concave lenses show the entities in the atmosphere. I wonder if that's because we're on a concave Earth.
Very good. Or parabolic, is that one and the same? Is that the same as concave?
I don't know. That's too big of a word for me.
Convex.
Right. Behind the eyes we see says, I love Pink Floyd.
Well, that's why that guitar was upside down, and why when you moved it into that cone, it gets bigger, just like the sun does when it moves into that cone. That's why they hang the tree upside down, because the flesh is up and the beast is down, and it's one breath.
You were talking about that to me before, and I never really realized what you were talking about, that hanging the tree upside down. That was an old Norse tradition, was it not? Or a pagan tradition, where they are European or Anglo-Saxon, whatever. I don't remember. It was they would hang the tree upside down, and then they believed in gnomes or whatever would bring gifts, right?
Well, that's the way your eyes would work. It goes out to a cone. That's why they say you got tunnel vision. You know, it goes out to that cone, but then when that cone hits that point, it flips it upside down. That's why that guitar was upside down. That's why the breath of one's up and the breath is down on the other. That's the two upside down rainbows. That the pressure, that's actually really the master card. How the energy.
You'll see him. What are you talking about, Brandy? God? I don't think you can even see God when you do experience God. I think you just experience God, and you know it's God because you have the blissfulness of the all, and it comes flooding into you like the biggest love of you could ever feel. You know, I think we've all had that taste, but we haven't had the exact, angelic feeling that, and I believe that's what angels are now. You know, I've done a lot of research now since I've met Phil. And I've been looking into the angel thing, and I think that's exactly what the angel thing's about.
Didn't we read
everybody can turn into an angel? What was that, Jerry?
Didn't we read that anyhow? Turn the stone in his air.
Yes.
Remember, we did a video on that. Like that's why I say love all. Everybody, but also everything you got.
Right. And Max is talking about the concave lenses. Is that the same as that telescope that these astronomers experimented with, and they looked through our atmosphere and they started seeing these entities? Is that the same thing?
Could be. Max says something about you can actually buy glasses that will turn it back right up, because even in school they said you see upside down.
Oh,
so that's why the breath of one's up and the breath of the other's down. It's the two energies pushing together, and it makes one picture.
That sounds familiar too. I remember hearing something. I think I remember hearing something about that when we were a kid. Like we actually see upside down, but our brain inverts it or something.
Yeah.
I just read something on that. I seen a diagram exactly what you just said right there, Rick.
Job says we got scales over our eyes, and your vision goes out to a cone, and it meets a point, and that 0 point.
Yeah,
and
they call that perspective.
Well, then the cone gets bigger, but it flips the image.
Yeah, it crisscrosses the lines of perception, crisscross, and then it flips the image over.
Yep.
Maybe that's why an image doesn't. You know how when you look in a mirror, how it switches left to right.
Yep.
Maybe that's why it doesn't go upside down, because you already do that in your head.
It's hard to tell. You know what I mean? All I know, when I look down the railroad tracks, they look like they go together. You know what I mean? And you don't.
So what you're telling me is we're a lot more messed up than even we thought we were.
Well, actually, our eyes will be the one lying to us the whole time.
Thank you, Suji. Don't work too hard, honey. I'm glad you were here.
It'll deceive even the most elect. And that's you could be your own eyes, the way you image things. Because we only see in a small portion.
What's up, Cassie? How you doing? I'm glad you could join us. It really is upside down, or our eyes just trick us. I think everything in this reality is a trick, just for us to muddle through, decipher, and discern, and find the truth of all.
And that's what we talked about, me and you. We just stood for the truth always. No matter what.
Yeah, and even if my truth was off kilter a bit, it's still, I believed it was true, and I've eaten crow 5 or 6 times on what I really believed was true, and
Well,
on that.
It said in the Bible they'd eat their own dung, drink their own water.
Right.
That's what I feel like.
Was that it?
I feel like nowadays you have to pretty much precede everything you think nowadays. With the information I have at the time, this is what I'm leading to believe, or whatever the case, because that's always subject to change as you find new information. And those people that think they got to get stuck on, this is what I believe and I'm stuck here, well, you're already behind the curve,
P Turtle's off on a rant saying everything is twisted around. Angels are not what you think. If there are angels, they would be Thoth, Jesus, Hermes, Osiris, as so on. The devil has an opposite, and it's not God. The devil is part of God. Right. Okay. It's not a rant. It was just a schooling, because I agree with that.
Well, they called us devilish,
we are fools born into a devilish world, right? I mean,
yep. It's every hero's journey. The God made a tent for the sun to dwell in. He come out like a raging warrior on a race.
This is his place.
Right. And, there's some truth to the born again thing that's rife throughout all of esoteric teaching. I mean, even in the, I think the Hindu tradition, in all of them, they all talk about being able to overcome the reincarnation cycle. And
Yep.
every time I talk about this reincarnation cycle, I remember when that was enough. That was like, oh, really? I believe in reincarnation, and that was enough.
I don't remember that so much. I think way I grew up, it was, we were all individuals, but that was truth too,
Right. I mean, if anybody has a dog that they love or a pet that they love, really sit down with that pet and really look into that pet's eyes. And you come to realize after you do that, go to one of the people you love and don't have words with them. Just, look at them and feel them or experience them. And you'll realize that the energy in that animal is the same that's in your friend or your lover or your kid. I really believe that now, that we're all part of that one energy. It depends on what meat suit you have that deciphers that energy or experiences or propagates that energy.
That's where the bear will eat grass with the ox. You know what I mean? The lion lay with the lamb. It'll be harmony where the animals feel off our instinct, and they'll know. You know what I mean? We'll be able to go out in the field with the rabbits and raccoons.
And behind the eyes, we see who says God's a he. And I like how he or she, are you he or she? You got to tell me so I don't, inadvertently call you.
Does it matter? They're right.
It really doesn't. It really doesn't matter, because we're all females in the eyes of God, because we are all inseminated by his truth, and we create the light in that divine union with God. That's what I believe.
Oh, you call me a little
I hate saying the word belief, because in that word believe is lie.
Yeah, you got to have trust for somebody, and that's belief, and that's what happened. We trust is given, but once broken, you got to remember it, rebuild it back.
Yes, I have a cold too, Paula. Paula's in chat saying she's not watching chat much because her eyes hurt. Nasama Matra, one life. You believe we only live once, huh? Nasama Matra.
I never really bought into that theory, especially one time to a place that's so set up to misinform you and keep you in the dark, so to say. I don't think that's a one go type of thing. It's never really sat well with me.
Well, it said knowledge would increase. That might be in generations too. You got to be careful what you wish for. If I had to do it all again, I'd be, if I knew now what I knew then, be careful what you wish for.
The greed is good of capitalist American that was pushed in the 80s killed in the 80s killed good values like integrity, honor, and truth. You know, that is when is it when the video killed the radio star, or is that you know, is that what the song was?
Well,
Video killed the radio star. Was that
I don't know, but I think it was killed a little bit earlier than that. Like what was it, 35 or 37 when the damn dollar thing changed over from
oh,
what
and
we
when
got now?
when we became a corporation as a country instead of a country.
Yeah. I think
Yeah, I don't
about
really.
then is when it was pretty much we shit the bed and it's been crap ever since.
Yeah, I don't really much lay in that in them. You guys know me. I try not to even. You know, it may be true, it may not, but for me, I'm not even going to focus on that because there's nothing we can do individually to change that. But there's everything we can do individually to change our whole existence if we start with ourselves.
Oh
And
yeah,
then,
no. I'm
you know,
not suggesting to get stuck on it, but
yeah,
you have to acknowledge as fact, that type of
right.
thing.
But I
But
tend to get stuck on things if you haven't noticed. You know, I get stuck on stupid all the time.
it's all good. But people, there's a purpose. There's something to learn there. You just gotta realize, okay, if you realize you're getting stuck somewhere, just sit back and go, okay, what has got me stuck? That type of shit. If you can, it's hard as fuck.
It is
I
really
think
hard.
I think we already made a shift though. Feel like something, there's something different there. I guess maybe it's the summer. I'm not sure.
Right. You know, I looked out the window the other morning and it's like snap. The sun went from, you know, and I know this isn't the case. Don't get me wrong. I know this isn't the case because, and the reason why I think my perception is this way is because it's cloudy in the morning and cloudy at night now, every day.
Yeah.
If it's not cloudy all day, but the sun went from way south here in Minnesota to way north now, you know, and it's like there was no in between. It's like it went from here to here when I look east in the morning, you know.
Well, that was the problem. It says that the beast will bring fire down from heaven. So are they bringing the heat down, or are they taking the plasma out of the electric to save us from the ACDC?
No, you say that. I've noticed that too. And what I've noticed is that when the sun or the moon seems to be out of position, is severely, severely high wind, like abnormally, like.
Yeah, have you noticed the winds really lately have just been off the hook? Like that last snowstorm I had, did a video. I was gonna post it, but you know, I felt it a bit. You know, just oh well, it's probably known. But the freaking snow had it was brown because they're
Wow.
yeah, and the Weather Channel the very next day came out and said, did anybody notice the snow in Minnesota was brown because of the storm went passed through Texas first and picked up all the dust from Texas and carried it all the way here to Minnesota.
Right.
Yeah, that last snowstorm we had here in Minnesota when I was plowing. Yeah, it was weird. I was like, and I pointed it out to this guy's out there shoveling the whole time for 8 hours. He didn't even notice it until I pointed it out. I'm like, wow, you're really observant, dude.
How do you not notice white snow is not white?
Right, that's what I thought too.
Wow.
I think the
never
beast
seen
coming
that.
down was a plasma strike.
I think they're taking the energy out to save you from Sodom.
Yeah. Sodom and Gomorrah in the Bible is talking more of our inner battle, and the war in the heavens, and to me is the battle in our heads with the physical senses that we have.
What? Sorry.
And what? Go ahead.
I was just gonna ask you what's kind of got you on that, thinking that stuff is more allegorical instead of real.
Yeah, because it fits both meanings. It's
and I really do think that a lot of this stuff is based on real stuff, but not on the timeline we were told, type of thing. But
I just believe that in my heart of hearts, that's just because it makes the most sense. Because
it's an open book test. They gave us the answers how to save us from Sodom. This
like I was saying earlier, the whole looking outward gets you nowhere. And I know this for a fact because I looked outward, looked to the sky for, you know, looked here, looked there. I mean, I ran YouTube 6 hours a day until they started telling me how much time I was spending on YouTube. Notice that how they tell you how
But
they show you on your wall. That
you
pissed me off because you know.
you're
But I
looking at
mean,
that incorrectly, brother.
no, no, no.
Because you looked outward.
Not hearing me. I haven't finished what I was saying.
Sorry.
No, the thing is I've looked everywhere and found nothing that rang true with me until I realized, and it's like if you close your eyes, you meditate. Now you don't even have to meditate. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes and think about something. The answer will come to you eventually without even looking for it, man.
Well, you ought to
I
know that.
realize that.
Me.
It's literally, it comes to you.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's always been that way for me in YouTube. I've
But
always seen things that are adding up now.
what I was going to ask you is, without that outward journey, would you ever got to the point where you found the strength to go
Well, no,
inward?
hell no, hell no, hell no. I would have never got there.
So
If
there's
it
nothing
wasn't,
wrong with the journey you've taken.
no, there definitely. I'm not knocking anybody for looking outward.
No, I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying the way you said it, the way it came across, like you were kind
Yeah,
of
I'm
like
glad you're here to tell me that.
negative on yourself when you really shouldn't be.
Right.
That's what got you where you are.
Right. I'm just no. I wasn't trying to be self. I don't
All right,
know.
just making sure.
Right. I'm glad you pointed that out because
We're harsher on ourselves than we need to be, and sometimes it's we
I'm
don't
not sure
realize
of
it.
anything I'm talking about. To be honest with you, just for me, this is what my perspective is that's all I'm conveying, and that's all I want everybody to realize is that this YouTube channel, in my opinion, is my opinion, and you can take it with a grain of salt, you can take it with a glass of water, you can take it with a shot of whiskey. That's up to you,
Oh, absolutely, yep.
and my journey is my journey, and that's what makes the path to God a personal one for every individual, and that's why it's so hard for everybody to get behind and get on the same bus, because that bus is stopping at every 10th of a mile or whatever, and everybody's getting on that bus at a different time, getting off that bus at a different time, getting pissed off at the bus driver, getting pissed off at the guy sitting next to him because he stinks, and it turns into this shit fest where everybody's slinging stuff at each other. And
That's why I always
shit of the integration and the unintegration is just what we're here to battle against in our mind of minds, and I mean, because all is mind.
That's why I always said the hell low. Hell O is dog chasing its own tail. We keep doing the same circles but not getting nowhere. But I think we are getting somewhere now because of this platform. We're putting our heads together.
Right. Yes. And like Jerry, he comes from the perspective of the music thing, and he sees things through the eyes of the music, and experiences things like that. I experience things just by feeling them, I guess, in general, and whatever resonates with me, I'm not scared to tell you what resonates with me, and that's, and you, Eric, you tend to see the whole picture, and you right. I mean, you take it all in. You give it all a whirl. Am I right about that?
Did we lose him?
No, he's still there. He must be taking a break.
Sorry, I was talking with the wife and daughter.
I was just going to say, probably talking to his wife.
I had to take the headphones off.
Right. You are always connected, Max says. press 1 for English. L12. What does that mean? Nas Ama Matra. Between crazy schizo lady and about 1,500 or 15,000 hertz noise in my left ear, all the time meditating. Or, oh, here's something, guys. Thank you, Thoth. That's funny. Oh God, now I gotta start calling him Thoth, dude. I think you did that shit on purpose. My dog is awesome. She says more to me than most people do. Right. L is the 12th letter. Okay, nice. Yes.
11.
Wow, that's kind of ironic, is it not? Ironic.
Ironic. As up-
Iron IC.
Hey, Steve-O, let me have that cigarette, brother.
Why are you? Oh yeah, you're quitting, huh? Sorry, brother.
Yeah.
How long have you not had a cigarette?
I don't know. I go like 7-8 hours. That's good from a truck driver to no cigarettes. Yeah.
Congratulations, brother. I put that cigarette up because I'm gonna quit now because you're quitting. How's that?
I'm doing it, man. Yeah.
Way to go, brother. Way to go. Hey, there's your first ultimate test of will, right?
Yeah. Yeah, seeing it. But man, if you could stick it through the phone, I'd probably take a puff off.
I'm sorry, I forgot all about that, brother. I
It's
mean,
fine. It's
I'm
the
so-
one, dude.
yeah, I'll give you my word right now. If you quit smoking right now, I'll quit smoking right now. I'll give you my word. I will not have another fucking cigarette.
I'm gonna hold you to it.
I'm so glad I quit smoking cigarettes, but I got vape instead. But it's a lot better than the cigarettes. I mean, at least
Yeah, I think there's different consequences.
Yeah, everything.
there is, but this one at least I'm trying to wean myself off on the nicotine, so to say. I've kind of slacked on that a little bit, but I went from a pretty high concentrate down to 0.6 or something like that.
LU
Within
means
a
love
month or
you,
two.
Paula says. Ciphers, plural noun, cipher is one, a secret or disguised. I was doing a lot of that etymology, looking up at words and the etymology of words lately. It's quite amazing what some of the words in, like, what is the religion was the adoration of the principle of spiritual life, which they called Den Zi Menzi.
Hey, Steve, we brought that up and we looked that up. You know what Chaldeans mean?
What's that?
Catholic. So we were run out of the garden by the Catholics to the east.
Of course, they're the worst things that's ever happened.
Yeah, but they wrote the book and gave it to us.
They didn't rewrite the book. They rewrote it.
Yeah, but it adds
Yes.
up.
They're editors.
Everybody's going off on chat about smoking.
Bad editors too.
Angel says,
Yeah.
"That's it. I'm smoking." Mr. Menza, I'm smoking. Aten es Aten. The LU cipher is the Emmanuel. Smoking keeps your immune system at full speed. I don't know about that. But
Emmanuel means God with us.
I tell you one thing though, when it comes to smoking and not getting things, I know with how much weed I smoke, I'm not getting cancer.
I thought that too. Yeah.
I think there's some detriment to smoking weed, and I'm not against smoking weed, but you know.
Yeah, you don't want to get out your damn chair.
Well, I think in the old days they just burned it in like a potpourri.
Like incense? You think
Yeah.
that was the myrrh?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah.
I love the smell of it, especially the skunky bloom.
That burning bush in the Bible, you know what I mean? Yeah, I think it was smoke, really.
You know, when thou hast learned to hold thine own balance, then shalt thou draw on the balance of earth. Exist then shalt thou, while earth is existing, changing in form only when earth too shall change. Tasting not of death, but one with this planet. Holding thy form till all pass away. You know, and a lot of people get freaked out when you talk about that. You know, you have to realize that matter in our existence is just a fly-by-night blip on the radar, right? I mean, we are just energy in transformation. We are here to experience this matter of factness. You know, is that why where matter of fact comes from? You know, because we are matter in an infactual, fictional.
Well, that's why I said there had to be an antichrist because there's antimatter.
Is there? They only told us that.
Well, there's
Paula says they anointed Christ's head with CBD oil.
yeah.
Right.
We looked that up, Steve. That's what Red Sea means is extract of oil from a plant.
Really?
Yeah.
Parting of the Red Sea. So that's That was somebody. That was somebody refining the plant and turning it into CBD oil. Is what you're saying?
Right, ends in your bloodstream.
Oh, okay. I got you. Gotcha. What do these words mean to anybody? Jaquetit, Arlich, Valmolitz. Jaquetit is spelled Chequuetet.
Let's stop it.
Arlich is spelled Arelich, and Vomalitz is Vomalites. Look those up in etymology. You'll be quite amazed. Quite amazed. And that's the name, the real name of Thoth, by the way, is Jaquetit Arlich Valmolitz.
That sounds total Anunnaki.
Right. And I don't know why I don't, Eric, that brings up another point that, the whole, I totally believe that we are the Anunnaki, because I think when you break the word Anunnaki down in its etymological, I don't know, sequence, how it's put together, the Anunnaki, it just tells you that the first on Earth naked, I think, or something like that, the first created Earth being or something like that, or fool, I think is what it's attached to,
There was somebody that did a more recent translation of the Sumerian text and basically came up with the Anunnaki means the seat of Anu, which basically means, Anu, whoever the throne of Anu or whatever.
Well, Anu is is said to be the king of the Anunnaki, and that's the first. The first is what it means, is what Anu means, the first king, and that's why it's in the epic, what is it, the Ultrahasis, the creation epic of the creation epic of the Enuma Elish. Yeah, it's the Enuma Elish. I think he's part of the hierarchy of gods after Abzu and Tiamat. Then it's Anu, and I can't remember his counterpart, but
sounds
Anu,
like if you not get the key.
Yeah.
Well, key is Earth. That's what key means, is Earth. That's why Enki is said to be the ruler of Earth. That's what he's in the hierarchy of gods too. He's part of the creation epic too. And ant people. Paul D says ant people. It means nice. Of pagans, we were created in the Anunnaki's image, yes, but we are not the same. And Nun is the earth goddess, and Nun is the cosmos. Nun is I don't know about Nun, but I know Nun is the cosmos, or the is it the primordial substance before the cosmos, or because we got Nun, and we got Maat, or no, Maat is the first primordial creation mound, I think, right? That all of the pyramids are I don't know, what is that word I'm looking for? Symbolic of. www.definitions.net. Enlil spliced their DNA with chimp DNA to make us. They very well could have. We look into the first description of a rogue red planet. My mom had nightmares as a kid in the 50s in Germany for the rest of her life. Maybe something she overheard from adults.
Talking about seeing through the veil. Yeah.
Ea became Enki, right. Una Anu. Oh, okay, I got you. Anu is so jealous of our gift. I don't look at things in that, I don't know, the physical, tangible matter of factness, like I was saying earlier about, I don't even want to muddle my thinking up with that stuff. I don't know why, but it's probably true, because there is a missing link somewhere that we're missing. I agree with that.
You got to be selfless, not selfish.
Right, right. And I think if one's to be selfless, then one's just, that's a quick conundrum right there, is it not, Jerry? You got to be
Yeah.
selfless, but you have to look within oneself to be selfless.
Yeah, how do you become selfless? You fix yourself. So you gotta be selfish in order to get to the point where you can be selfless.
Well, no, you're other people like my wife that everybody else matters but her. She's all about everybody else.
Yeah, but there's also, you can overdo it too. That's why there's other people in the world that are 100% completely selfish and keeps the balance. But
That's your ego. That's what That's why
that's
there's mirrors in weightlifting gyms because they want to see their ego.
Angel asks, is there DNA to prove this about the Anunnaki tampering with our existence? And I say, yeah, the Rh negative factor that's in our blood that females have to be tested for when they get pregnant to make sure that the kid's not going to be eaten alive or killed off by your body.
I would
think
say
it's
it could be
RG.
proven by junk DNA.
No, I think the junk DNA thing is just a
what's been
because
turned off.
somebody has okay, used car salesman's gotta act like he knows what he's talking about when he's selling you a car, right? Well, so does a scientist when they're talking about things that they know nothing about.
Oh, that's what all this stuff is. What do you think antimatter is, and what do you think?
Yeah, exactly.
Black or
That's the balance between two worlds.
But antimatter, dark matter, and all that nonsense is actually there's some truth behind it because as our creation loop progresses, you're going to see more and more of that because the entropy, the negative, the entropy meaning the disintegration of our existence, matter, denigrates or degrades. It degrades it through time, and
that's
that's what
supposedly the whole system is a compression decompression system, but at that point it can only decompress so far before it starts to expand again. And
right.
at that point it can only expand so far before it starts to go to shit. And
no, it's water, distilled water.
I think what we're seeing here is the end of that before we start going back out to an expansion, but this compression phase is really kind of crap.
No, I think we're on the out breath right now. That's why the cosmos looks to be expanding.
That's what I said too. And we've seen a lot together, the same like how you say Planet X, crossing.
Yep. And the crossing thing, it comes together in so many aspects, even in the physical, in the mindful, in the spiritual, and it
works out with time with the elections and everything too.
Everywhere that crosses everywhere. And it's kind of odd that it is the number one symbol that everybody knows, and I'm not saying that they all attach it to the same thing, because I just read a comment earlier or a couple of weeks ago. Somebody got mad because I was commenting about the cross, and I wasn't saying it was good or bad. I was just saying, I made the comment like, if you ever wondered why the cross is so prevalent in everything we do and where it originated from, maybe it's the shape of the light itself.
Well, I've looked at that seed a lot more because if the hearts and the bowels, the bottom HARTs in the bowels, is that the seed and the top's the crown.
Right. Pete Turtle says, oh, it's just water. Never mind. Check out Rap the News on YouTube. Last video. Think you guys might like it. Why? What was it about, Paul D? Man, this cold sucks.
Damn, Paula just got over cold.
Man, it sucks bad. Yeah, but I wanted to just come on and say hi to everybody, man, and
Yeah, I mean, you sent me a link, and I ain't talked to you in a while. I enjoyed talking to you, Steve.
Yeah, I'm gonna do one of these. I'm not gonna go on for the 3 hours like we usually do, or even though I'd like to, but I got to keep a balance now because I got to go to work. Unfortunately,
Oh, it's better off too.
Well, you always got to rewatch it too. I don't know about you, but I like to make
I
sure.
actually don't like rewatching my videos because I don't like my mannerism, my eyes, the way they
Yeah.
move all the time, and when I'm thinking or talking, and I don't like the way my voice sounds.
I
Man,
don't
you are
like it
super
either. I
bad
can't
on
stand
yourself.
But I still watch it because it's important, you know.
Steve's like, little head tilt.
I'm not gonna argue with you there. Oh man, I just went to light a cigarette. I gotta quit now. That's right.
Steve-O. No, I ain't completely quit, brother. Go ahead and smoke you a cigarette.
No, I'm not gonna smoke
It
in
ain't
front of
gonna
you,
hurt me
brother.
one
No,
bit.
I don't need to smoke anyway because I got a freaking cold, man. You know that's not gonna help me.
I ain't had a cold in 8 years, 10
Damn.
years.
One of these years, Passover is gonna
Happen.
be something cool.
I agree.
Gonna be something cool. P Turtle says.
One of these years.
You know, hey, has anybody else looked into and anybody else seen the January 13th, 2020 cross alignment? Anybody talk about that yet on YouTube? Has anybody seen any information about that yet other than what we talked about?
Not
No.
January 13th, but I've heard stuff about 2020 in the past, 2019, 2020. And I was like pissed off back then that it would take that long. And now here we are. I'm like, it's probably not going to happen this year either.
Well, I'm
Well,
not saying anything's going to happen. I'm just saying that has anybody talked about it? Because it seems that every freaking conjunction or sign in the heavens is talked about. Why isn't the one that is shaped as a freaking cross talked about?
Exactly.
You know, with Earth, Mercury. Okay, it's Earth, the Sun, Mercury, Sirius, which is on a 17-degree angular orbit with on a different ecliptic than the regular solar system. You know, Sirius is a dwarf planet or whatever, comes in at a 17-degree angle. By the way, it goes around every 240 years or something like that, or 17 years Sirius does. But then it's Saturn. Okay, hang on. It's Earth, Mercury, Sirius, Saturn, and Pluto. Now, Pluto comes in at the same angle as Sirius, 17 degrees off the ecliptic. And all those planets are lined up down the middle. We're on the opposite side of the sun. Mercury's on the other side, obviously, and then Sirius, Saturn, Pluto. And then we got Venus, which is goddess, the female goddess, and we got, what else does Venus represent in astronomy or astrology? The morning star, beauty, female, right? Then on the right of the sun, we have Mars completing the cross. And then, by the way, that remember that Aeon depiction of the time god, Aeon, the cosmic time god, where he has a sickle and he's got the silver key in his mouth and all that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Jupiter is at that same angle of where the sickle stick is, in the same spot where the god Aeon is holding that sickle. Jupiter is right in that spot.
That's that same symbol that is in your head too, ain't it? That cup, the cup, ain't it? Pluto's the cup.
And Pluto, yeah, and that's exactly it. Pluto is Hades, the underworld, right? I mean, that's what it's always been depicted in our Roman minds, or westernized minds. Is Pluto is Hades, right? That's how everybody sees it, right? Well, Earth is the opposite of Hades, right? It's not the underworld. Earth is the physical world. And then we got the opposites on the other ends of the cross, which are female and male. Goodness and war. So I don't see why it's not talked about. And then Saturn's in the mix. I mean, especially with all these people talking Saturnalia and all that, the time, and I don't know nothing about astronomy, so I'm not knocking it. I'm not making any comment here or there, but Saturn seems to be a big deal to people that are into astrology. So I don't see why it's not talked about.
It was the original sun, and that's where the whole Nibiru thing with the Saturn and the, what was it? Is it Jupiter? When there was a point in time where they were basically aligned, and their alignment formed that where it looked like the wings coming off the thing, and that's where that whole Nibiru
Right.
Yes, G Ant, you can get on
mistake
here.
is
I'm
being.
not gonna be on here much longer. Sorry, Eric. I got G Ant's G.I. Ant. I don't know if I'm
That might
pronouncing.
be what they was seeing through the veil. You know, the red planet. They
But
see.
and that's where the
Sometimes.
same stuff of like where people talk about the plasma strikes and yeah, that happened, but that's when supposedly Venus came into the solar system and wreaked some havoc, and that's when the whole system changed.
Yeah,
And
that's propagated by I think the Thunderbolts project brought that into our
is
consciousness,
that
Yeah,
worth? Yeah,
that's
probably.
it.
They do some good work.
where it came in as a comet and the sun captured it.
Something like that, yeah. But that
Yeah,
was
it
even
goes retrograde or it goes it rotates in the opposite direction. Is that am I right about that?
yeah.
You like that symbol he puts up? You know, his icon.
Who's that?
The two bowls, one up, one down.
I actually heard that and read about that and kind of understood that is what happened from the other ancient texts before the Thunderbolts project ever put a or anybody made a video about it. But uh, that's where I think a lot of that and some of that information has been misconstrued into Nibiru and related to the Anunnaki or whatever else. It's all been, that's the one thing I did realize. Like you mentioned, like why don't you hear anything about the cross thing? It's because you'll hear tons of crap and they'll let it go when it's nothing but a distraction and it really not going to get you anywhere. That's where you find all the information on. Like, look how many flat earther channels there are and other information and stuff like that. But you know what I'm saying? But the stuff that's real information that could actually get you somewhere, you don't hear nobody talking about that.
Right. That's exactly. Yeah, that's exactly. And I know Levette is pushing some conjunction in December on the solstice of Jupiter and Saturn, which is probably pretty big in an astrological sense.
This year?
In 2020.
Mm.
And you got to remember hindsight's 2020.
Mm-hmm.
January 13th is 113, so it's the first and the last. Hindsight looking back 2020, and then it's a cross. I mean, come on.
So
it's 4 years to the other cross, right? As 2024 when the other cross happens.
Right.
The shadow crosses the United States like an X.
Well, that's the from the eclipses you're talking about, right? Where the path would
make a cross, yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying anything's going to happen on that date, guys. I'm just saying that, it's pretty significant when everything in our existence, this is why it came up when we were talking about the cross. The cross is everywhere. We got the galactic cross. We got the Earth's symbol. The Earth's symbol is a circle with a freaking cross in the middle of it. I mean, it's the cross in the circle. I mean, when they combine, what happens, guys? It's in prophecy. I mean, come on. When the cross and the circle combine,
It's like the Toyota symbol. It's kind of like a sun sign. I mean, the ring.
And we got G Ant thinking that Thoth is going to show himself. Thoth has already shown himself to me, and I'm not shown itself to me. And I believe that Thoth is nothing more than what Jesus Christ is, which is a personification of consciousness or the only begotten Son. That's what I believe Thoth is.
Being
a messenger
tapped into the main brain.
Right. Thoth is a messenger of our collective consciousness, or, it's a messenger or the truth. That's why he's considered I hate saying he, but I mean, when I figured out that remember that pictograph when I was on that, and by the way, that movie, A Star is Born is still the best movie I've ever seen in my life. And it's been over 3.5 months now since I've seen it. That movie moved me more than any movie ever has in my life. So,
A Star is Born?
A Star is Born with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. Oh. The baddest, the sweetest freaking movie I ever watched in my life. And it's nothing more than a romantic film But I mean, they did things in that film that I didn't know what they meant until, well, you guys,
So
I got the videos up. It was just incredible.
when you're saying it's the best film, you're telling me that it competes on the level of Wrestling with My Family.
What's Wrestling with My Family?
That's a bad joke. It's a terrible movie.
I thought you were being serious.
That's a terrible movie about some British wrestling chick. Anyways,
Oh, really? It's like what's his Jack Black in his wrestling underwear wrestling outfit. What was that movie called? With Jack Black, he was the wrestler.
I don't know.
Yeah, I didn't watch a lot of movies. I guess listening to music.
I really never liked him as a comedy.
Jack Black never struck me as funny either because he was just too. I was into like guys like Chris Farley though, and Damon Spade when them two guys got David Spade when those two guys got together, and Tommy Boy, and what's that other movie they were together in? I can't remember.
People like Farley and what's that other goofy guy with the curly hair? That's Will Ferrell. Those type of comics I've watched them.
Nacho Libre. Sorry, I just got that.
Yeah, I've watched them and I'll enjoy the comedy for a little bit, like maybe 30 minutes or less. After that, it gets super annoying, and I just can't watch it. I got to shut it off or leave.
Giant is Giant. Bradley Cooper is born January 5th, day of recovery. A Star is Born is made by Bradley Cooper. Would be weird if he didn't know it. Adamus, Nostradamus all sound like dumbass. Gnostic 33.
Wait, what is the January 5th day of recovery? Where's
I was just going to ask the same thing. Yes,
because according to I forget exactly where I've heard it from, but something about solar event can happen on the solstice, and there's like a 2-week period, and basically the last day of it happening, if it does happen on that time frame, would be around the 4th of January. And it's kind of funny now, that's January 5th, the day of recovery. Where does that come from?
Hey, did you see Rex's video of the sun with that P1000?
I don't.
I got a notification. I wanted to check it out though.
I really don't watch that annoying guy anymore.
Well, he's got like a P1000 camera.
He has become quite the commercialized.
Yeah, he has.
Camel, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I just thought that sun was cool though. You could really see the pimple on the sun with that telescope he had. Yeah, he gets paid. That's why he's got that. But yeah,
exactly. Teach his own. But he's not gonna. You can't take it with. This is the biggest conversation I've had with my kids lately. Is, it's all fine and good to have money, but if you make that your end all life goal, you're gonna end up with nothing, because we all leave this fucking planet with the same thing we fucking came here with, which is nothing, except for what's here. And here, it's the only things we leave with. So
I think we win this time. We inherit the earth. We get the promised land this time. I think they about got it won.
Right.
Who's got what
won?
Your
sky and giving you the platform and all this shit.
Sure looks like they're in control of me. Well, there goes that they again.
Yeah, but we wouldn't.
Cinco de Mayo, Yahweh Nawa says, when I pass away, the most important thing is going to be whether my family is ready to let me go, and that I'm ready to go, to let them go and move on. In the end, you're going to realize that death is a fucking illusion. It's an illusion, people. Death is nothing more than a transmutation of our energy back to whatever. And I believe that the whole thing of us being called creators is because when we're in the fucking do-what, we can create whatever we want, and we get so goddamn bored with it because we get whatever we want. Who wants that every day of their life? You want to come here and experience strife, the struggle. And
Reap the good things.
huh?
You want to reap the good things. There's a lot of good things.
Yes, yes, but I mean, we have to let the physical nonsense go. Period. Across the board, even the good things we have to let go. Jerry, I believe now. You know,
Yeah.
I like breathing and farting as much as the next person. I love being here in this existence because of my family, because of the
I
love,
think
because of the
there's more
feelings.
to it. I think there's a lot more to it.
Yeah, yeah, there is, and a lot more to it is the nothingness of this existence. Because when I believe the look in my dad's eyes when he looked at me when he was on his last breath, and I shit you not,
Yeah, I don't believe that's right, Steve, but I think eventually they do get the brain to get out of this meat suit or fix it. I think they figure out how to save Humpty Dumpty's ass.
yeah, we do. We put our consciousness back together again when we finally
You got a
meet
shot.
God or experience
You
God.
know, I believe that a lot because of the Halloween, because that light inside you shines for the whole world. I totally agree with that, but I don't leave my heart either, because I'm not sure you can feel that on the other side. I think it's a trinity.
Right. I mean,
Take
there's
three.
this is an existence that is absolutely necessary. Don't get me wrong, because without this, we would not experience and
That's what.
create the
Yeah.
creation. Because we, by definition, are creators because we create the light with God.
Well, we create our own mess when we build our homes and and you look back 40 years later and you're like, well, what did I do? That's your
Right.
creation.
Right. Yeah. I mean, in the physical sense, yes, you're. But I mean, you ask any person that's worked for like 3M for their whole damn life. You ask that same person that when they're on their deathbed, they got all of this shit.
Yeah, but
What
that's the part that they're
what
kind of
every person that you ask that is of good intent, you ask them the one question that burns in everybody's soul: what did you accomplish, or what would you have wished you would have accomplished? What do you think the answer is going to be?
tell us.
No, I'm not going to tell you. I don't know. That's why I'm asking you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I wish I played the lottery more.
I think it
I
has
wouldn't
something
wish
to do
for
with
nothing.
did I spread the good love?
Exactly. Was I a righteous, upright person?
Did I
Did I?
leave a good image of who I, am I good? Not just an image, but did I leave a good impression on the world? Is my legacy the worth the breath it is to say my name? Is it worth the breath to say my name?
I don't think we got to go, Steve. Really, I honestly believe that song "Betrayed." Yeah, we're gonna find another way out of this, so others can follow how to unlock it. How you're gonna beat death.
And Jerry,
I got a cramp. Oh, I got a cramp. Oh, I got a cramp. Oh my God.
hey Jerry, in Zoom, the reflection of your ceiling fan in your window, I keep seeing out the corner of my eye and thinking there's a
Oh, yeah.
helicopter out
Can
your
you even
window.
see me? You know what I mean? Yeah. It's usually dark in here.
Yes, P Turtle, I agree with that. The P Turtle says, how could the universe possibly experience everything possible without first making everything, good or bad, possible? Very true. Out
We
of
were
chaos comes order. And I mean, without chaos, order would not be the yin and yang, the everything.
Yeah.
Yes, Angel says, I have messed up so many times along the way, you would not believe it. I have messed up, but I was allowed to come back, and I'm trying to make things right. I pray I have enough time to do that.
She's a beautiful person.
Oh, Angel is a sweetie.
Mm.
If you create something, it will be stolen. Someone else will take the credit for it and profit.
Who said that?
You know who said that.
It's dog eat dog world, dog.
The greed, the system makes it worth it. P Turtle knows. What does P Turtle say? How could the universe possibly right? And I agree with that. Spartan, stop evil. I'm sorry, Steve. I didn't mean. No, nobody upset me, Angel. No way. You didn't upset me. No, there's nothing you could say that could upset me. And yes, Max Vision says they both had lights in their heads. And I think he's talking about Moses and a jack-o'-lantern.
Mm. Happy Halloween, y'all.
Right. And G-Ant is on the numbers of everything. And 12 days of Christmas, Epiphany, Three Kings Day, Jesus
There's
showed
12
up in the desert, Day of Recovery. Yes, that's our whole number system is all interconnected with everything because it's by creation. I mean, it is the thing that is the key, the clue, I guess, not the key, but the clue.
Your book of numbers.
Right. Okay, mighty spirit of light that shines through the cosmos, draw my flame closer in harmony to thee, lift up my fire from out of the darkness, make it a fire that is one with the all. Draw me in, make it a fire that is one with the all. Lift up my soul, thou mighty and potent child of the light, turn not away. Draw me in power to melt in thy furnace, one with all things and all things in one, fire of the life strain, and one with the brain. I swear to you guys, I say that prayer, and if I really concentrate and look within, and I have to concentrate on one subject, which is really hard these days, because we got everything coming at us from family, movies, what am I going to do tomorrow? Am I going to go to the lake? Am I going to go fishing? Am I going to go kneeboarding? What am I going to do at work? Or am I going to have that cigarette? Am I going to, all of this shit inundates us every day. But we can concentrate on one question, one thing we want to know. Say that prayer and it will come to you.
I know it, Steve will. And some things took a while.
It will come to you eventually.
I've been asking questions for a long time that are finally, because like their eyes will melt out of their sockets before their bones hit the ground, and that's a cry there. Like the witch melted, and that's your melting eye furnace.
Yeah,
So,
and
that's a nuclear blast, bro.
No, it ain't damn nuclear. Yeah, I thought that for a long time, but then I realized we already casted our gold and silver into the streets. We built empire.
Deep are the mysteries around thee, hidden the secrets of old. Search through the keys of my wisdom. Surely shall ye find the way. The gateway to power is secret, but he who attains shall receive. Look to the light, O my brother. Open and ye shall receive. Press on through the valley of darkness. Overcome the dweller of night. Keep ever thine eyes to the light plane, and thou shalt be one with the light. The dweller of the night is this earth plane, guys. I mean, we dwell in the night here, in my opinion, because it's just, we're in an illusionary existence in my mind, because all is mind, and we're in the mind of the all, in the mind of God. We are, have you ever thought about that?
We're nothing more than a brainwave.
Talking about,
a wave is not something. A wave is what something does. I'm quoting Ken Wheeler, by the way, because anybody that talks about waves in front of him, he's like, a wave is not something. A wave is what something does. A shadow is nothing. A shadow is a privation of light. A shadow is an attribute of light not existent.
Well, that's like frequency without a tone.
Right. It's like light and light. The speed of light. I don't think there's a speed of light. I believe that actual light is only, there must be some sort of speed to it, I guess. But I mean, we see light because we perceive it because it's in our perceptive frequency or spectrum, right? So how can it have a speed to reach us? And how can they know that we're looking back 2 billion years to see that starlight that's 2,000 light years away? You know what I mean?
Exactly, like the eclipse. I said that before when the eclipse happened. What had happened, years ago, and the light's finally getting here. I mean, you watched it happen, but it still took all them years for the light to get here.
But I've got another good quote, guys, and I want to end it on this. I want to say thank you to all you guys and thank you, Jerry, and thank you, Eric, for coming on here and talking with me. But and everybody in chat, I appreciate you joining me. And have you met the Messiah? No, I have not met this Messiah, but I'm pretty close to meeting the Messiah. But I believe that the Messiah is the light of God's creation that we create in
Well,
union with.
I don't
But
know. I think there's a little dipper because we can drink the fountain of youth and it's inside of us. I think the
yes,
real well's in there. That's why they
nice,
do roller coasters to teach you how your stomach falls because you got to go down.
nice, nice. The adrenaline and the freaking fear all in one. Yeah,
Well, that you feel your stomach drop. You know what I mean? When you go off that hill, you feel that
right.
fall. So
Well,
you're
the
going down,
seven,
but it's going. Your stomach's coming up.
one of the chakras is in the solar plexus, right? I mean, that's the base chakra, right? I mean, that's the
Yeah, but I think you got to have the ladder too to work the well. That's that symbol.
right.
Yeah.
But a man is a star bound to a body until in the end he is freed through his strife. Only by struggle and toiling thy utmost shall the star within thee bloom out in new life. He who knows the commencement of all things, free is he and his star from the realms of the night. And
Yeah.
you know, you can know the
Free in your
commencement
own
of all
mind.
things, but you have to understand how it works. You can know things, but not understand things.
Yeah.
And I think that's what we need to work towards, guys, is understanding that we're all in a system of the all in an individual sense, because that's the marriage we need to make. We need to make your opinion as important as my opinion. And, you know, whether you agree or not, we have to live from our heart because and know that all energy is interconnected. We are all one.
Well,
In
what
the end,
we got the beginning and the end. That could be, we said that in the, transmitter receiver. So
right,
it's
we are all
what
one in the
channel.
end. And I mean, we all come from that one energy, and that's what I was getting at with the you experience your dog, your animal, your cat, your goldfish, if you want to get at it that way. You know, if you can get connected to a goldfish, I don't know if it's possible because I'm a fisherman, but uh, I'm a fisher of men. I wish, but anyway, that that just came in my head. I don't know why I thought of that, but you know, you connect with your pet, and then put all of the rubbish aside with your significant other, and connect with that significant other on the level that you do with your pet by just outwardly loving your significant other without thinking about sex, the money that the strife brings. You know, think about just the love, and you'll realize when you look at that person that that energy is the same. You
Well,
know,
you can make somebody melt like putty in your hand.
right, right. There's no greater gift than the gift of love, and you know, the gift of smiling and happiness, and being joyful to people, and not always pointing out their defects. And you know, our world is rife with negativity, and we don't need that negativity. We need to, you know, and I know there's a balance between the two poles and all this and that, but for me right now, I believe that, you know, love is the way. We got to live in our heart and think with our minds and make them two one again, and then we can be kind, you know.
That's good, Steve. I'm glad to see it. You know what I mean? I love you, brother.
I love you too, brother, and I love all you guys. Thank you for joining me.
Yeah, very well
Right.
put there at the end. Good way to end
Yes.
it.
That's
Thank
what
you,
I'm
thank
saying.
you. Yeah, that just came out. I don't know where that came from, but
That
yeah,
was
that's
from the heart, dude.
huh?
That was from the heart.
Yeah, it was. Yes, it was. And I try to live my life that way recently, and
Makes it all.
sometimes it gets me in trouble because I turn into an asshole. But you know,
Yeah,
so
but that love makes it all worth it, don't it? When you
yes, it
feel
does.
that.
Yes, it does. Yes, it does. And it's hard to say that to people that are on the internet, you know, and make them believe it. It's up to you to believe whether or not my love is real or not, you know. But I really truly love all until they shit on me, and then I'm not gonna love you anymore, you know. But even then, I'll still love you because you have to forgive to forget.
That goes back to the trust and believe. Once it's broken, you got to rebuild trust.
But hey, guys, it was awesome of you to join me, and I appreciate it. And you know, love, peace, chicken grease to all you guys, and thank you, everybody in chat. Thank you for joining.
Thank you.
All right, have a good one. Take it easy,
All right,
everybody.
Eric.
You too, Eric.
Later.
Take it easy, bud. Take it easy, guys.
Later,
Talk to you
Jerry.
soon.
Later, Eric.